A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
He's in the wall. He's in the goddamn wall!
Or wrong, like but no frustration on there. No frustration on there. Thank you everybody for being here. I am Kev. This is a channel called Black Men Being Brutally Honest. I guarantee y'all I will spit some hot fire for like 15 minutes and nobody heard it. So shit. All right, so we had Angela C in the building. I don't know if she's still here. You know, it is pretty late, so people gotta go to work tomorrow. Marcus Romero Productions was good. Night-ish in the building. Philip Bradley was good. Detroit 313. What it is? What's the deal? So let me see if I can remember half the shit I just said. Okay, so we got this. Let me put this image up here. All righty. Yeah. So, yes, Roland Martin with another crazy shirt on. It says, "Don't blame me. I voted for the black woman." And, you know, that's when it gets to that black woman part, I mean, black more so, then that's where the questions begin. But you know, we've had many conversations about that. We're here to talk about the wrong perception about woke. And yeah, I was saying, what up, Revelator? The spirit of indifference is in the building. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, the perception of woke, what's wrong with it, what it has become, what it was supposed to be. Like woke just basically started out as social awareness for you know, black people in America, because black people are my only concern. I mean, all those other groups, they seem to be doing fine. But I believe I can be like this. I mean, it's not that I want anyone else to live less or than black folks, but black people just stay out of black folks' way and let us live in peace. And it's whatever. It's you don't have to keep getting reminded of the past, but see, due to recent events, yeah. now we're getting into this perpetual cycle of reminding people about the past, because it's just that motherfuckers still feel that same way. And it's just like there's just I guess it's connected to the presidential election that has brought a lot of things out. But I really feel as if people are being kind of stupid on that part right there. Not really thinking about shit except for, themselves and their little Philly feels and emotions. But really, I was going to speak on the Super Bowl for a second. Let me Roland Martin forever identifying with defeat. Yeah, man. That's how he stays in state territory. You know what though? You know what I would say about people who do that, content creators, they seem to get the bag quite a bit. I can't do it because of my principles. I can't go out there and fake like a simp and proclaim my love and my undying love for black women and everything that black women are and what they do. And Queen Mother Goddesses, I can't do it because it'll be disingenuous. And I mean, like, I don't feel too negative. I mean, we all know who we are. I mean, we see each other every day. Black men see black women every day. Black women see black men every day. So shit, whatever. But yeah, woke, basically social awareness for the plight of black people, African Americans, melanated people that stay in the USA, and whatever you want to call it. I'm not talking about people of color. I'm not talking about that, because then you open it up for other groups of people from other countries, including the ones that are referred to as tethers, to start, kind of nudging into your situation and, getting all of the sympathy and all of the perks. And, we've seen that. The same things happen with woke. At first, woke went from black folks to feminists and gays. If woke, how they were. You see it a lot in entertainment. I mean, the most prevalent examples of woke is in entertainment. You see the white woman, she's called herself freeing herself from men, and they get the Karen cut where they cut off the sides and take the top hair and slump it over, like this little bob or some, I don't know, shit. like they're like a man except they're a woman. But yeah, they call that kind of thing woke, kind of like some lesbian energy or some shit like that. I mean, I'm not saying not all of them are lesbian, but because more than anything, I think feminists just want to fuck men, at their own will. But that's another discussion. Yeah. Then it was hijacked by the political system. Woke. You start having BLM, Black Lives Matter, as an organization, and yes, Black lives do matter. But I don't want to use. I never initially wanted to use sayings like that to make people, make other groups of people appreciate us more. I mean, they woke got into stuff like Black Lives Matter, and then as we would learn, the people who were heads of that organization were grifting, using it for profit, taking the profits, putting it in their pocket, buying their family members houses and cars and stuff. They got mansions and shit, so it makes you wonder how they were able to accomplish that. But I need to read more up on that before I comment anymore. But it's just some wrong shit all the way through. So it became a tool of, well, the whole BLM thing, George Floyd happened. And then you got members of the Senate, members of Congress coming out and on Capitol Hill with kente cloths and kufi hats and shit. And, just we love you, black people. We'll keep your vote for another whatever decades. But so then it just get hijacked by that. So what they do is they feed their ideal of woke. Ray Hummer was good. They feed their ideal of woke to the media, the mainstream media. Now, if anybody's been following the mainstream media as of late, you know that they really, really shield for the Democratic Party. And, I'm not coming up here to complain about the Democrats or whatever. And, even though we have to put emphasis on what they're really about. But, what they do is they go to their media sources, their sorority sisters and their frat brothers or whatever that works in places like CNN or MSNBC, their chess club members. I don't fucking know. I mean, this is edutainment purposes only. And then what they do, they feed them what they want them to perceive as woke. The media has, not trying to speak like some kind of revolutionary or Guy Fawkes or anything, Guy Fawkes mask wearing motherfucker. But, the media has a weird way of being able to sway the human mind. I said Detroit 313 says, I didn't even know Kodak Black was Haitian. Speaking of BLM mansion, 2 of their mansions were burned down to the ground with no home insurance, right? You mean tell me they ran out of the money stopped at the home insurance? Like what a waste. All that donated money that you were supposed to be using to help disaffected black communities, and you didn't pay for that. Man, boy, I tell you shit, amazing. But no, wait a minute. Whoa. Didn't they cancel a lot of their house, didn't they cancel a lot of their house insurances though? So that may not be completely their fault. I retract that. Yeah. I mean, all the other shit I just mentioned, yeah, it was egregious and it was wrong. But, some people even be like, look at God or whatever. I mean, you don't say look at God when people lose all their shit, man. Like stop that. I mean, whatever y'all want to do. I mean, you can make the choice to, I mean, I'll just go as far as to criticize these bitches and, want people to be more socially aware and not fall for the okie doke. And our people have a tendency to do that. So when the media gets their ideas of woke on the dead bodies of black men and black women too, we have to consider Sandra Bland and Breonna Taylor, Rakia Boyd, Sonia Mass. We have to consider them. Because, and no matter how you feel, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, their deaths were not used for the right purpose, really. It's, you can't say that. Did y'all even care about any of these people before I mentioned them? Like just like right now, were you, I'm not saying you had to been thinking about these people, but when is the last time you cared? Were you just outraged when that mainstream media that I'm talking about just mentioned them? Oh man, we gotta stay woke. That's why people say, man, stay woke, because people don't think about that shit from day to day. They wait till the news and the TV says okay to be mad about something. Of all the people that were mad about George Floyd, did you really give a shit about George Floyd? I mean, it's whatever on that. Said, well, they're back to being greedy again recently. Yeah, of course. Leopard can't change his spots. But anyway, we've been getting fed some bullshit. You get fed some bullshit. You know, like people, you know, act. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah. I remember what else I was trying to say. So now that mainstream media is stoking the fires of divisiveness with their version of woke, which is basically woke. Their version of woke is basically we got to accept everybody. We got to accept all kinds of people, and there got to be various quotas being met. Um, which, you know, by the way, nudges black people out again. So what they do is what they do for, you know, woke diversity is they focus on the minorities. So the minorities are basically people who aren't white men, people who aren't white men, you know, LGBT, and women. Women are a minority in the United States of America. So what happens when you try to do for minorities, when the intent that they give us is, you know, this is supposed to be directed toward, you know, people of color and, you know, minorities, you know, which people, when they hear minorities, they automatically assume that we're speaking on people of color. No, nope. When women were declared a minority, white women started getting all the perks again. All it did was make black women shame black men. I got two problems. I'm black and I'm a woman. I've heard that a few times. So, so see, woke is all screwed up right now. Woke is a marketing tool. Woke is something that people can make money off of. Woke is something that they can claim your vote for decades to come. I hate that POC and minority bullshit. Yeah, me too, Larry Legend. Me too. Me too. Everybody like it. I said something about 10 years ago to a friend of mine, and they was trying to argue me. It was bullshit. I said they prop up like these so-called minority groups in the LGBT community to overshadow black folks. I mean, y'all don't believe it. I mean, just mention if you don't support the reparations idea, just mention reparations in spaces that are more mixed, or, you know, these conservative spaces, and watch motherfuckers go off. Slavery was over in 1865. Like, you know, make the context, you know, okay, we kind of like, we know slavery ended in 1865, but Jim Crow extended that shit quite a bit. Like, I mean, through oppressive laws. So, like, you don't have to stop at slavery with that. But, you know, I can tell y'all all that shit till I'm blue in the face. But what I can hang on to is the fact that I don't want another race of people that just happen to be not white to come in and act like, you know, I'll be nice to you, but you know, we're not the same. You're not like us. You're not like us. I tell you, that song gets annoying a little bit, but, you know, let's talk about this Super Bowl reaction and how this woke word's been hijacked by racists and, you know, people who, you know, people just I don't know, because I understand what it is they say when they talk about woke. I understand it. I understand what they say. I understand what they're saying. It's like, it's bullshit. It's overly feminist themed bullshit. It's over LGBT themed bullshit. You know, and it's entrenching in every form of the media that we saw as cool, especially if you were a guy. This attack on masculinity. Woke does not include masculinity in the context of these social justice warriors. They try to put the word toxic on it, and it's seen as a bad thing. So, you know what? woke probably is something I could have signed up for when I was in like junior high school, but no, not in 2025 context. Y'all can keep that version of woke. Uh, you know, because if you really want to know the truth, woke has been really hijacked by white people now. It means them woke DEI. They showed it with this Super Bowl thing, and all black, just all black everything, and Kendrick Lamar's performance, and the white people got mad, and it was the anger reasonable? Let me put it to y'all like this, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. If the majority of the people who are buying the tickets, and those tickets are quite fucking expensive, the anger, if the majority of the people who buy the tickets are Caucasian, let's just say Caucasian, and the performance is black, they could make two choices, which they have the full right to make those choices. They could they can complain. They can show who they are. Trust me. I heard a person close to me one time, not close to me, but they were standing close by me. I heard them one time, they said that they didn't want to know who the racist white folks were, which I never understand that coming out of a black man's mouth to save my life. But I want to know who the motherfuckers are. I want to know who I'm dealing with. So when I go on these little tirades and making fun of their asses, it's justified. Like shit, I ain't that tight. Oh man, why you treating us like this? I ain't got one tear running out my fucking eye when they're racist. No, it's game on. See, that's what you niggas have lost sight of, especially in these spaces around here. Y'all think code is just, oh, I'm blackity black, and put your fist up and not mean anything by it. No, man, it's a mentality. Man, get the fuck out my face with that bullshit. I ain't got time for that racist crying and complaining. Oh, those are all black. Yeah. The other thing they could have did was just sit down and shut the fuck up and wait for the football game to come back. Go get some fucking snacks. Like, dude, we done put up with enough of that shit. I know as black folks, we put up with a lot of shit from them. See, on these interwebs, these internet, there are plenty of spaces that are still like, they still act like they in 1955 or some shit like that. Hell, I wish I had me a couple slaves. At least I'm not a nigger. They got, those people still exist. I don't feel as if I am a victim of those people. I don't, in today's climate, you can punch them in the face and, you can go viral. I always like, it's okay to fortify. It's okay to take measures to protect yourself, and, just don't get in the Indian style pose and start crying and shit. Oh my God. We have to still deal with racism in 2025. Which to an extent is a reasonable complaint. But here's the thing. I'm not for woke. I'm for what woke originally was in its purest form. I'm not for what the bullshit is right now. I'm not what you see represented on the screen right now is what I tried to establish on this screen is a perception. There's a perception right here. You ain't black. If you have a problem, then you ain't black. So, for those of you who are satisfied with that position, here he is again, Black Joe Biden. Don Jizzle, interracial culture. Hashtag XYSBM bros. What's up? Welcome back. Let's make American straight again. All righty. Well, whatever America was, I was straight the whole time. So, yeah, many of us realize that. But yeah, so now because woke is being blasted by these racist folks. Oh my God, this is woke. Oh, the new Captain America movie is woke. Oh my God. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Because they have been complaining about this film right here. And I had my doubts about this film too, but I'm going to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to give them some ticket money. Because, me and the family will go see it. Get some popcorn and watch Black Captain America. Captain Black Falcon, as the white people been calling them, that do those review shows that complain about woke. And most of those complaints are reasonable. People like the Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, people who make it entertaining. But all of these little old neck beards that have these medium-sized YouTube channels. Oh my God. Captain America, Steve Rogers. Yeah, I get that. How can you have Captain America without Steve Rogers? You can. Because, Captain America was Bucky Barnes at one point. Then they got the multiversal concept, which myself, I think is very lazy just to have an excuse to have all kinds of Captain America. Oh, we have a Mexican Captain America. We have a gay Captain America. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't agree with Anthony Mackie's assessment. You don't have to be American to be Captain America. Yeah, I kind of believe you do. You can't go to Mexico and be like, hey, like Ray can't go to Mexico. Hey, I'm going to be Captain Mexico. Like, man, you disappear. I'll watch the movie at home. Ray said, they rather cry than form hardcore solutions. For if so, I would have had a civil rights lawyer by now. Yeah, that made me want to go see the movie more because I had my doubts too. I'm like, Disney, Marvel, the way they've been fucking up comic book films, yeah, they might fuck this one up too. I look forward to a lot of virtue signaling, but I like Hulk characters. I didn't like She-Hulk. I didn't make it past episode 3. I didn't like She-Hulk. And I was actually looking forward to She-Hulk. And then like Red Hulk looks like Harrison Ford. It's like, what the fuck? I get it, he looks like Big Red Harrison Ford. It's supposed to be a little more facial distortion, making it a little bit more muscular, making the jaw a little bit broader. But that's my only complaint about the design. I have a feeling I believe this movie is going to be good, and I'm not going to see the movie because of white tears. I mean, I said it was making me want to go see the movie, but I was probably going to see this movie anyway. Support black actors. I know some of you old slow tips out there. Oh man, Disney is owned by white people. So white people, like Anthony Mackie gets paid if you go to the theater, like dumbass. Revelator, Spirit of Indifference. I didn't make it past the first episode either. Oh, okay. Yeah, you checked that after the first episode. I gave it a chance. I gave it 2 more episodes, and I as of late have decided that I'm not going to watch things if I don't feel like that it was made for me, because that's the excuse. Oh, if it's not made for you, okay. So we got Black Captain America. I can't make that excuse, and hopefully it's not too woke. Yes, there is some legitimacy to the woke complaints. There is some legitimacy to the woke complaints. When somebody tries to just make something gay just to make them gay, or you have a longtime legacy male character like Luke Skywalker or Indiana Jones, and you have to watch, or Captain Picard, even from Star Trek, The Next Generation, you have to watch them being disrespected by female characters. And then like their lines direct them to being subservient to the female characters that disrespect them. And then they always put some little feminine booty black man with 2 braids in front of the screen too. Yeah, there are some legitimate complaints, but all these white boys like, oh my God, Bucky Barnes should have been Captain America first. And that might very well be legitimate. To an extent, I wish they would have gave it to Bucky too. A little bit, just a little bit. So, because that's the succession of the story. It went to Bucky, It went to Sam much later, but blah blah blah. They might actually pull it off. I mean, and it's symbolic, you know, the Captain America having the wings. That's symbolic of the American Eagle. The American Eagle just flying around and shit. And then, especially if he learned how to use that shield, I can't wait to see him in Avengers. I want to see him fight Captain Hydra because, you know, they said Chris Evans came back, but he's not coming back as Captain America. He's supposed to be coming back as Captain Hydra, which I don't know, should be interesting. The first episode of She-Hulk was it for me. Falcon and Winter Soldier was yes, it was. Falcon and Winter Soldier was way better. It still had some woke shit in it. Like the Flag Smasher, the little freckle face girl. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched it. You might not want to listen to this next few minutes. The Flag Smasher girl with the freckles who killed the black guy, and then Captain America, new Captain America, Sam Wilson wants to extend sympathy to her the last episode. Now, to an extent, as a black man, I probably would look at her and say, hey, fuck that bitch. You killed the black man. But, you know, Disney Marvel does not establish that. Instead, they tried to spend time implying that Bucky is going to end up with Sam's sister. Yep. That's what they do. That's DEI. Putting the white dude with the black woman. Yeah. Well, you know, that's not sour grapes. I mean, do what the fuck y'all want to do. Love who you love, whatever. You know, Serena Williams. But anyway, yeah. I couldn't watch Star Trek Discovery for the same reason I couldn't watch Star Trek Voyager. Yes, I haven't been a big Trekkie as of late. I think I checked out after Deep Space Nine. But you know, so I can't say that's a hill for me to die on anyway. But I have seen little clips, a couple episodes here and there, and it's just like it's bullshit. It is straight up bullshit. They had old Sasha from The Walking Dead and Discovery. You know, they was like, that was girl boss all the way. But, you know, if I didn't watch it, I can't really have an opinion on it. Like, but they say these new Star Trek films are dumpster fires. And for some reason, I believe it. They got a new Star Trek film coming out, and they're just like, that's not Star Trek. Yeah, so yeah, she killed John Walker's partner, Battlestar. And he wasn't even called Battlestar. He didn't even have enough screen time to be called Battlestar. I mean, maybe that was one of his government code names, and or they showed it and I just forgot they did. But yeah, they no, I have an opinion about that. How they, like, you know, they just had to make the black guy the happy assistant to the black man, and then, you know, years later during the woke period, they make the black woman the happy assistant to the white woman. If you don't believe me, there's a show on Netflix called The Old Guard. Check that out. Karen cut white woman, gay couple, black girl, happy assistant. Yeah, the white woman had her own little Battlestar. Then another weak black man, and then the incel bad guy. Yeah, I know the Discovery captain gave me boss chick vibes too. I think they did refer to Battlestar's name. Oh, okay. Shit, I might have to go back and check some of them episodes out. You know, just get into the spirit of going to see the film. Like I said, they had to reshoot that entire film. No, that's not like I said. You know, I was going to say something else. They had to reshoot that entire film. Like they said that it had tons and tons of reshoots. They had to reshoot the entire film because, like, originally it had a bunch of woke nonsense in it. They had to get rid of that shit. They was like, no, they don't want to fuck over Anthony Mackie like that. Cause see that could have ruined his career. I mean, Anthony Mackie making boss moves. He bought a plot of land to build a movie studio. So, I mean, cool. He used that Marvel money toward, you know, a good purpose. But I'm rooting for my boy. I'm rooting for him. You know, it ain't the way they represent black men is weak as fuck. Woke does not include straight black men. in lead positions. It does not. Woke is the more subservient, moist, uh, simpish sort of, uh, the dudes that. No, I ain't gonna tell that joke. That's too horrible. I'll most hold on to say probably seen one up close recently. That's what woke fits. That's the archetype that fits, not the masculine or just everyday heterosexual black man. So am I gonna come up to y'all and preach to y'all like, yeah, we need to support the brother? Yeah, I would like for y'all to, but if this is not your thing, it's not your thing. I remember growing up as a nerd. Because nerd has bad connotation in the black community. You can't be smart. You can't say complete sentences. You can't tell corny jokes. You just got to be like, yeah, nigga, I got me the new Jordans. Yeah, Jordan's been coming out since the 80s. The early 80s, actually. Get me some Jordans so I can walk through the projects and get them snatched off my feet. Like, I mean, yeah, no, I'd rather read comic books and, play video games on my Atari 2600. And, shoot. Yeah, like I said, man, the thing that pisses me off when they try to inject woke into projects like this is, yeah, I had to take some L's for being a comic book reader. And I wouldn't really call them L's. It's just like, if you around a group of people that consistently said, oh, man, that ain't cool, man. What you read, man? What you a nerd or something? You read comic books, man? Huh? You read comic books, nigga? Like, yeah, I read. What? Why are you acting like that? I'll just look at a person that like that and just say, why are you acting like that? What are you trying to prove? But the point I'm trying to make is the flack that one would catch for doing stuff like that. And then when you grow up and see if they, watch movies that fuck up the entire story, then you get another set of bad treatment. Oh, man, you're one of the incels. They just call you an incel for any reason these days. Shit. Anthony Mackie is seeing the future. I like that. Good for him. The money isn't producing. Yeah. Hell yeah. Take it out of there. If you don't completely take all the money out of their hands and put it in your pocket, at least take a large chunk of it. I mean, yeah, good for him. Yeah. So I'll be going to see this film. But okay, let's alrighty. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. A lot of people are saying it was woke. A lot of people who said it was racist. It's racist. What's up, Art Newstall? Like, let me tell you something. It really tickles me when like white folks call anything black people do racist. It has me on the fucking floor laughing. Oh my God. It's like, it is the most tone deaf, ignorant fucking thing ever for a white person to tell a black person what they're doing is. I don't give a fuck. I'm one of those people. I don't care. What are you doing, right? What, Jamal? What are you saying? Why are you saying that? Why are you saying you're proud of being black? My color matters too. I mean, yeah, sure. It matters more to you, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm proud of who I am. Isn't that what we're supposed to be teaching human beings, to be proud of who you are? I mean, does that only apply to fat people? That's another thing about woke. The Lizzo effect. But we talk about Kendrick's performance. Very artistically done. I mean, the complaints were coming from white folks that don't listen to Kendrick Lamar and Drake stance, as far as I can tell. And I was no DEI hires for the halftime show. Yeah. Yeah. And you've heard other content creators say this, and I agree. And you're gonna hear me say it too, because I've seen the information for myself. I think I've showed y'all the information. 80% of DEI hires are white women. Come on now, you're helping white women. So Art Newstall is absolutely correct with that. There were no DEI hires, they were merit-based positions. They were the best people for the job. Samuel Jackson, Cesar, Serena Williams. Now, see, people, okay, like speaking of Serena, I'm gonna make this point, then I'm gonna make that point. Everybody's like, oh, all upset about Serena Williams. He crip walking, and this is glorifying gang culture, which it is. This is glorifying gang culture. I don't like gang culture. I don't. It is whatever it is. For the brothers who survived gang culture and grew up in gang culture, kudos to you for getting through such a fucked up lifestyle. And they also putting it out there that Serena Williams' sister was killed by Crips. So I don't know. Maybe her sister liked the Crip walk. And that's maybe her tribute to her. But one thing I want you to keep in mind through all of this, guys, is that celebrities, and I've said this before, celebrities play by a different set of rules. That is just what it is. So yeah, Serena Williams, okay, whatever. And everybody's like, oh, she disrespected her husband. She disrespected her husband. Like, for real, y'all care about this dude now? Alex O'Honey, whatever the fuck his name is. Y'all love white men. I swear. Stephen A. Smith. You want to tell her husband, man, you got disrespected by your wife. And let me tell you something, man. Like, women seem to dig men being disrespected by women publicly. But one thing you got to understand about people like Mr. Alex here is that, his archetype, I'm not saying him because, I don't want nobody coming after me. His archetype is basically cuckold. There's cuckoldry afoot. Look at that look on that man's face. That is a man with a lot of money that is willing to do any, like, when a lot of men get to that level of money and get to that level of prestige, they feel like that they can behave other ways and just get the fuck away with it because they're rich. So, not to say that I'm going to cross any of those lines ever if I was to become rich, or just $150 million is a long fucking way away. But I mean, shit. He wasn't disrespected by it. He didn't feel disrespected by it. And I believe it doesn't matter what he says as far as the black community, unless he want to be on some racist shit. But if he doesn't feel disrespected, then there's not much we can say. And we can't miss out on the essence of the what was going on during that Super Bowl halftime performance, which I'm not going to do a breakdown of. I'm just sitting up there watching it with my daughter. Just as the Philadelphia Eagles fucking crushed the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, I was just like, damn. Because I was kind of pulling for Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I've been following Jalen Hurts ever since he was at Alabama. I'm not a fan of the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm a fan of Auburn. Just so you know, that's kind of a state of Alabama thing. But yeah, I was pulling for Jalen Hurts. I mean, I just know everybody was talking about how, the Kansas City Chiefs had the refs in their pocket, and it was not that fucking way on the Super Bowl. It kind of reminds me how the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton, how their Super Bowl performance was. Like, it's just weird. I mean, I like to see some competitive shit. I don't like to see no crush and fail. Shoot. Yeah, let me do that. I don't like to see no crush and fails, man. But I mean, I wasn't unhappy about it. So congratulations to Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, who, everybody's trying to get woke on him too. Yeah, they found some past tweets of his girl, his wife. I think he's married to her right now. But yeah, whatever. His woman was using the N-word, and once again, for a person like me, I'm not shocked when the white person uses the N-word. Yeah, it does like kind of it is a little triggering. I can't, cap too much. It is a little triggering, it just it'll be extra triggering because like I check everybody that does that. I mean, it's been a couple, and I was in some awkward settings, but I checked them. I'm like, man, you don't use that fucking word. Don't make me jump over there and all this other stuff. And I ain't no small guy, so usually I get compliance. I mean, I ain't trying to hold my badass on YouTube, but it is what it is in the past. Shoot. I was pulling for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Now the Kelsey Swift talk can finally die. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Kayla Nicole's on the football field. She's still getting money for tickets. She's twerking on some type of sugar daddy somewhere. And she went out there with the Eagles jersey on. She wanted to make sure that Travis Kelce is still not paying attention to her ass. She's hurt. But that man broke her. But at the end of the day, they still lost. That shit was wow. I almost felt sorry for Patrick Mahomes. Nah, it ain't that deep. Samuel Jackson act like Uncle Sam at the Super Bowl football show. Yeah. Super Bowl football show. You left out halftime. Are you driving or is the hell going on? But yeah, Samuel Jackson was playing Uncle Sam. I mean, shit, his name is Sam. Uncle Sam, Samuel Jackson. How do people not put that together? How do the white people who are complaining because if they're not racist, they sure know how to act like a racist. Then people call themselves getting woke because the NFL removed the end racism off the field. Like, you know what though? I don't need end racism plastered on the field. As a black person, I don't need it. Because if you are a racist that is of another group of people, I am pretty convinced at that point that you have your mind made up about black folks. And there's no use in me changing it. In fact, the little fire supposed to burn inside of us men. It's like, I don't want them to change it. Oh, I'm with the smoke now. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was well done. I have not, I don't have any problems with Kendrick Lamar really per se. My feeling leaving the show, not leaving the show, leaving watching the show as the show was going off, my feeling was, man, I wasn't jumping up and down, like putting his fist in there, talking about, yeah, black power, I'm down with black power, black power. No, I wasn't doing that. I was, like I said, I was just sitting there with my kid, and I was like, whatever. I mean, what am I supposed to be looking for? I mean, I get it. I mean, I get it. They're probably going to complain about it. I hear the boos. Shoot, they always complain about people doing black stuff. When Beyonce did Formation, they complained about it. When Janet Jackson was up there, that titty popped out, they complained about it. Shoot, these broads accuse us of being butthurt when we discuss them. But it's funny that they're not saying anything about Kayla Nicole still butthurt over Travis Kelce, several years later? Yeah. Yep, several years. Like, it's been about 3 or 4 years. She need to get over it, man. Let that hurt go. Move on. It's weird. It's weird, man. Stop trying to SBE Travis Kelce. Oh man. Yeah, but the show, man, but the symbolism is off the chain. The symbolism was off the chain. It was very artistically done. It was well done. I'm sure that there were hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of practice put into this. Yes. I mean, Super Bowl shows are usually that way. You know, Usher had a pretty good show last year. The Weeknd, you know, they really go all out for those Super Bowl shows. So that's what I look at it as. I'm not trying to analyze it. I'm not trying to say, yeah, man, you know, he like Marcus. Yeah, man, he had a Black King piece on the chessboard. He talking about Black King. Like, yeah, but you know, when black men have a chance to be on a stage like that and make a statement, I think Kendrick definitely made that statement. If it was enough to trigger all the racism out of those white folks that were in that stadium and that is all over the internet, that is something that I want black people to keep getting exposed to, because some of y'all little fair niggas out there, y'all need that lesson, man. You guys need that lesson. You girls need, especially you divestors. You are a fuckhole to those guys. Them racists, you are a dip in the cocoa. Man, you know, I ain't trying to shame you. You know, you do what the fuck you want to do. I don't care if you're a fuckhole. I'm just saying it. That's all. I'm just, you know, I ain't trying to shame you. But yeah, man. But then it was talking about, oh, he, you know. Here's the thing. Here's I was kind of looking for the Not Like Us. Where they gonna do the Not Like Us? Were they gonna sue? I mean, if he did Not Like Us, would Drake sue him for it? You know, for the Super Bowl performance? And it looks like that Drake is trying to get a Super Bowl a lawsuit going, because of that. And the people who are watching that halftime performance, who are fans of Kendrick Lamar, who are kind of in the know, they all, just like myself, wondered if he was going to do Not Like Us. And of course, because, you know, he won some awards for it, is his most popular song. I mean, well, yeah, his most popular song. Like, it's probably his most popular song. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, you know, it was so popular, you know, Kamala said it to Taraji Henson. Remember, girl, they not like us. Yeah, I'm still wondering how that one saying that did not win her the election. I'm struggling with it. But Forever Blessed was good. DNA Collect. Oh man, shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I might get the I might start my video like when I started doing videos. When I first started doing videos, I used to do this thing called "Let's Mess with Some Racist." And yeah, some white folks used to show up to the videos and just be like, "Oh my God, what the hell are you doing? Go out and get a job, Blackie." No, they don't carry it that far. YouTube will probably catch it before I do. Oh boy, white tears. Why are they upset, man? Why are they upset, man? You know, haven't they had enough performances? I don't know. Ted Nugent's Facebook page came across my feed today. That racist piece of shit. That underage child fucking motherfucker. Like who knows who Ted Nugent is? Like that's a motherfucker that has to be frozen in white circles, because he can't come over here with nothing. That man, like he can't even come over here to my man. Can you like my cigarette? Man, dude, get punched in his face. Fuck that dude. The reason why I bring Ted Nugent up and then just like, yeah, because he came across my Facebook feed, but also it's like it's kind of sad when I see, you know, black people feed into that same shit. I'm not saying that you can't, if you black, you can't criticize the performance. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Only an idiot would say that. I want to let y'all know that only an idiot would say that. But I mean, echoing the sentiments of butthurt crackers, like no, that would make you what the young people call sus. Ted Nugent's white and racist as fuck. His Facebook fan page came across my feed. Ted Nugent. What the fuck? I guess just because I've been poking fun at like black Democrats that are Facebook friends of mine. Man, I lost my 3 Facebook friends this week. Man, it's not like that matters. I mean, shit happens. I mean, at the end of the day, hell, you if your own life is good and you got shit going, man, it don't matter. But I mean, shoot, there's a monumental reason for all of the white tears. I mean, shit, cause DEI woke shit like that. Like I said, man, 80% white women. What happens when 80% of white women benefit from something like that? They get prominent, you know, higher ranking positions, and what they start doing is they start rerouting all the jobs to white men. White women don't abandon white men. It not unless they're like fugly. You know, they don't abandon white men, or they one of them snow bunnies that like the dingo stick. But you know how that is. The BBC, stuff like that. Thoughts of that kind of thing. You know, they send these old brats into fits, like what you see on the screen here. But the tears have been invoked, and you know, I can't use being from Alabama, being black from Alabama. You know, I can't use that for everything, but you know, I get slight amusement from it, because when I see motherfuckers like Ted Nugent's page, and yes, it was everything you thought it was. He mentioned fuck Kendrick Lamar. Like, he wouldn't say that to Kendrick Lamar's face. I mean, Kendrick Lamar is short. Hopefully Kendrick Lamar, you know, he got his slap game. You know, what the 5 fingers say to the face game good. You know, he can jump up like he, you know, Ryu on Street Fighter, you know, do a dragon punch or something. But yeah, slap shit out that motherfucker. We got to stop being easy. You know, we get so caught up in, like, and I admit this myself, you know, I get caught up in the, you know, the what's wrong with black people content. Whatever you got to tell yourself, Jenkins, you guys ruin everything. Look at this motherfucker right here. Who exactly is this son of a bitch? Man, you done came to the right place today. Anything else you want to say before I start in on your ass? Shit. Yeah, this represents you right here. You are what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my God. Oh, that Super Bowl halftime show. Oh, it was racist. Not one white person up there. And you know what? I can be the one to admit that I get sick of hearing black folks talking about some, you know, shit that don't include them. They got, you know, mostly to 100% white cast and, you know, white crews and shit. I can almost understand that, because, you know, I say that in the vein of, we as blacks, when you see little bussy bitches like that in the chat, when you see them say the stuff that they say, we should be able to use a little common sense and, you know, get back to the pure definition of woke. I know some of you guys don't want to do that. I know some of you do, but stay the fuck out of the way of the guys that want to. And you know, I'm not all the way with it because I believe there are chinks in the armor. But hey, you know what? I would rather align with my people than sawed off piece of shit like that. Hey man, do you have any sisters? I'm sure there's some black guy railing her right now. Okay, and now that the people who are cool that you know that are down with this channel see what I'm about, let's continue the conversation. Or you know, the monologue. It's a monologue. Yeah. I did say I was gonna drop the link. Let me drop that link. You guys ruin everything. Good fucking God. Ungawa. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm gonna give that link about 5 minutes to materialize. Yes. And then Circus Brains rather. Yeah, I'm sorry that Trump took away, you know, opportunity for your women to have jobs and such and you know dominate the job market. Yeah, we do understand what the sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm used to looking at that picture on my cell phone, but now that it's on the screen, oh God. Circus Brains might be satisfied somewhat with this. I mean, well, this is what DEI is, man. They should have did. I mean, like, if that applied to the black woman in the AI photo, you know, she applies to that 4%. But but yeah, this is DEI. Let me take that NWO down real quick. Let's see, so we get the full picture. Hope everybody doing good this week. This is Wednesday. No, actually it's Thursday right now. It's Thursday on the East Coast, which means that if you are Alabama from Alabama to the West, you know, you're still in Wednesday. You're still in the middle of your week, but hopefully all of you who are listening are doing well. RPM, what's going on? Got Royale in the building. Man, we are talking about woke, the problem with the perception of woke. And basically, the problem with the perception of woke is that it's been hijacked again. And now you got racist folks complaining about it. And it's pretty hard to call out the fake virtue signaling by politicians. It's kind of hard because the racist white folks won't shut the fuck up. You know, you want to get rid of the chinks in the armor. You want to get rid of the flaws, but we can't do it because the loud white motherfuckers who get butthurt about shit. Because now they can't claim 80% of a program that was supposed to benefit minorities, which they always try to imply as black folks. You know, like Al Sharpton jumping up and down for Costco because Sam's got rid of their DI program. You know, the fact that there's only stores like Sam's and Costco, it should really give you a little insight on marketing. Carlton Way 1, what's good? What is good? Hope everyone is having a good week. Hope your bosses are not fucking with you, if you are independent, if you're an independent business owner, hopefully your business is flourishing, on its way to flourishing, or at least not losing money. Yes, I agree. Because those are the recipients of DEI right there. You know who else is DEI? Kamala and family. Really, it represents DEI. Think about it. You got Doug Emhoff and his 2 white kids. So you're 70. So out of 4 people, you're 75% the way there. But since Kamala isn't black, since she is like she got a bit of tether black in her, she's supposed to be like Jamaican and Irish and Indian, so she has three. Sick Diggy was good. So she's supposed to have like three nationalities in her. You know, just yeah, you about have that 80% of white folks. Yeah, she was about to step into that White House, but that was not to be the case because that Trump train came through, and now the TDS is going strong. Tomorrow's going to be something else. The next day after that is going to be something else. So I agree, things are getting wild. Things are getting wild, but you know, I'm trying to talk and not look at that screen. I mean, I'm the one that set it up, so I shouldn't be so entertained by it now. But is that shit fucking me up? That's what but that's what DEI benefits. I'm not saying that black people should not get it. We should. Okay, I will stop. I'm not saying that black people should not. You know, if things are truly merit based, if we can truly get them to be merit based, and that's a bunch of hogwash at the end of the day. Oh, hogwash. I mean, we should have nothing to worry about. I mean, like if an anthill is on fire, you know, she is definitely the right person for the job. How about being? I've been all right, man. I'm just trying to make it like everyone else is in this crazy world, and watching the world burn down. or is supposed to, just waiting on it any day because, you know, Donald Trump is president for the second time. Oh my God, he's a dictator. He's a dictator. Like what? There's a kind of potato called a dick. Like what the fuck are you talking about? I don't see a damn dictator. I see somebody who's letting us know what y'all niggas are spending money on. But what's good, Chaos Rain?
What's good? Yeah. What's good? How you doing?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like this little picture right here with the black woman spraying this color hair woman and said, "D-I-E."
You know what? That yeah, hilarious, bro. I mean, shit. Some things are unintentional, but you know, once you put them together, goddamn. But I'm sorry. But anyway, man, hey. So how long you been here, man? What you think? What is the problem?
I'm looking at a bunch of streams right now, so I'm just soaking it all in, trying to absorb what the whole premise of today's stream. But I think I follow what you're saying about the big problem, the woke perception. That we got too much wokeness in this country. And the only thing this president's doing is trying to remove all wokeness. In my opinion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the president, he killed DEI, and and it's really a nothing burger at the end of the day for the percentage of blacks that benefit from it. Like I said, we're at 4%, black people at 4%, and that may not be all American blacks. A lot of that could be tethers too, but other was 5%. How is other 1% point above us? Like, how's other above us? We're supposed to be a very prominent demographic in this country. So if it's like that, then fuck DEI. I don't care. Like, who did it help? Like, do you know anybody that DEI's helped? Nope. That haven't been on TV. That hasn't been on TV. I mean, shoot, or some internet website, like, you're done. Yeah, I already read that. You're done if somebody like that's supposed to save you from a burning building. Well, according to that police chief, I forgot her name. She said that if you're stuck in there, it's your fault. Something like that. Revelator says, I bet you a majority of those DEI within the the 4% of blacks are tethers. Yeah, the majority. Probably some of the milk and cookies people too, you know, the alphabet gang, as well. Because they are seen as diverse. So yeah, so all right. So yes. So anyway, if you hear me talk about woke, all right, understand that I believe the context is feminist bullshit. Feminist alphabet bullshit. That's the context I go with woke. That's what I perceive woke as. I don't complain about woke from the white boy's perspective, the butthurt white person who is racist. And if they're not racist, I guarantee you their grandparents both were pieces of shit that threw fruit at black kids as a hobby. And that is really not funny. You know, their stuff went on like that all the time when, you know, many of our parents were growing up. So, you know, that's what woke is really supposed to be. But, you know, what I view woke as is nothing like that. And the fact that these old dumbass old pickle jar biting rednecks, you know, well, the fact these motherfuckers, these butthurt brads, keep talking about this, we'll never be able to fix the problem completely. Because what's going to happen is that folks that gets on our nerves, the folks that gets on our nerves is going to continue to get on our nerves with that virtue signal. You know, like, you know, you still gonna have Al Sharpton being a loudmouth. You still gonna have certain senators and certain reps being loudmouths and misusing it. So we got Naima up here. What's good, Naima?
Hey, what's good? Just figured I'd just come up here, show some support, you know, show my man some love and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you. Revelator, the spirit of indifference said, I bet you the majority. Okay. Oh, yeah, already.
Oh, you already mentioned that.
Yeah, I already read that. Yes.
Especially considering like they're like catches is faking the funk and everything. Or am I wrong to say that?
Faking the funk.
It's the so-called tethers and everything.
Well, you know, you know, we don't want to get into the habit of calling every black person from another country a tether. When I use the word tether, I think the context of people who look like us from other countries, but cannot possibly empathize with what has went on with us and our people in this country. But when there is a benefit, they can cosplay as one of us, you know, and reap the benefit or reap some type of, you know, of
tools.
Yeah, some of the social advantages that comes with that. Mm-hmm. And they, you know, many of them are secretly against us. They hate us. They call us lazy. We according to many of them that are not from this country, they say that we have not taken advantages of the opportunities that America provides.
Which is disingenuous.
Yeah, which is very disingenuous because, like, what the fuck are you doing over here? If you're so fucking smart, you work so hard, why are you not doing that in your country? You know, I don't like that coming over here. And, you know, I do realize that places like Africa is a continent with many, 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 many countries. There's a big motherfucking landmass, you know. And, you know, not all black people that are not from America are in Africa. You know, there's many of them in Europe. I'm sure there's a few in Australia. But yeah, you know, you got
Caribbean.
The Caribbean. Yeah, I was about to mention, like, you know, Jamaica and Haiti, you know, places like that.
African.
Yeah. And you know, I've had some cool, you know, I've known some cool Africans. You know, R.I.P. Bentley.
Yeah, a lot of us, you know, I remember one of my boys mentioned this in a live stream. He says, I empathize with a lot of you brothers, a lot of African brothers. I understand why you're on that BS, but I also know I can see right through you because I know you can't go home. Because while you're here, just like some of your kinfolk are in Europe, There's some people went back home depending on y'all, who are dependent on you guys. Same way, many Latinos who were in the U.S., they got relatives back home who were dependent on them.
Mm-hmm. So I'm
and whatnot. So,
I'm with the idea of unity among blacks from other places, but they gotta want it too. Like, I'm not, we as Black Americans, we should be to the point in history where we should not be taking disrespect from anyone, even ourselves, even each other. Like, I am to that point because there's even though you have that tether problem, you got a lot of dumbass Black Americans too.
Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
because it goes both ways here.
Yeah, because I know there's probably somebody listening. But Kevin, you a Black American too. I know, motherfucker. I know. But it's just I'm not gonna sit there and act like my side is perfect. That's the problem with a lot of us. We act like our side is perfect and it ain't.
You gotta call out the first people that should hold the leadership of any group accountable is the followers themselves. Otherwise, other sides are going, going to put out, whatever, drawbacks or whatever shortcomings your side it has, and if you continue to deny them, they can use that to discredit you and whatnot. I mean, even in the Holy Scriptures, the first book of Samuel, the prophet Samuel, last judge, he told his people during his farewell tour that kings are supposed to be servants of the people, and public servants are accountable to the public.
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
that
absolutely.
Remember the George Carlin joke about, like, I remember Dan Carlin, the podcaster, mentioned the comedian George Carlin about elected officials. When everybody was talking about the first time 45 come into power, now before he became 47, he said, "You're a public servant. Get me a glass of water. You're not my daddy." That's what that was a joke that George Carlin had.
Yeah,
You anything to me, I hire you.
Yeah, which he was joking. It's not that literal, but they're not. Yeah, but it is. They are public servants. They're supposed to serve us. They're supposed to serve the people, just like police officers. They are public servants. They're not dictators. They're not despots. They're not any of that stuff.
Tyrants.
Yeah, tyrants.
Authoritarian, totalitarian.
Yeah, like, I mean, all the stuff they call Donald Trump, President Trump, rather. They talking about he wants to be Hitler and all that other stuff. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't agree with any of that. I think people are just overreacting and butthurt because they didn't get what they wanted on, November the 6th. And, they've been whining and crying ever since. So,
that doesn't mean you can't be. That doesn't mean that y'all can't keep your leaders. You can't be watchful of what's going on, but what's really going on.
Yeah, they should be. They should be exposing all of that shit.
No, I mean both sides. I mean, because both sides should be held accountable. Because yeah,
absolutely. Like you can't. Like it's okay to say hold them accountable, and without saying the other side needs to be held accountable. Because I mean, like it should be implied anyway.
It should be implied, but often, this whole thing is so polarized and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen this in other countries that have some form of democracy, whether it's parliamentary or direct elections or some other type of electoral system.
Yeah.
And things can, especially in certain countries where it's questionable, the democracy, things can get really left. Things can go a whole lot wrong, and next thing you know, you got people out in the street, and then you're gonna see riot gear, and it just can get ugly, just like that, in a drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? You remember what happened in 2020 after George Floyd? How ugly that bad? How things can get a whole lot worse than that.
Talking about the BLM riots.
Not just the BLM riots, just because it started as a BLM riots, but then it evolved into other things.
Which I never understood a riot. Why tear up your own shit? That is dumb as fuck. Like, people think for a second. Yeah, I mean, like, screaming, doing them little dumb dances in front of police officers. Like, come on, there's a better way to do things. But Untitled says Trump trying to override the judicial branch because they keep blocking his executive orders.
Yeah.
Trump
If they found to be unconstitutional, because remember, it's supposed to be rock, paper, scissors, right? The judiciary, legislative, and executive. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, that's the way our government is set up to keep certain powers in check. And
I think it's like that because there's constant struggles and some people are just trying to find ways to usurp everything. So everything needs to be open. Who the hell's paying attention, as my man Lonzo Bowden would say.
We rioted in the 60s and we got the civil rights bill. That's because LBJ got scared. If the people started to soldier up, so let's calm these ninjas down.
Ninjas down. Hey, don't forget this. In California, 1969, you had the Marriage Equality Act, which made California the first state to have no-fault divorce. Thank you, Governor Reagan, for that one. But at the same time, you also signed that bill called where you had stricter gun control in California. And why was that for?
Yeah, riots.
Panthers.
We don't want to catch ourselves inciting those, but hey, you might have a point there. Untitled.
Well, it's somebody once told me, this is coming from my own culture. I remember being.
Where's my family from? Montgomery, Alabama, born and raised.
Fair
yes,
enough.
we go back. No, Untitled's asking me that.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, Nama's from overseas. He's from Africa, but I'm from Alabama, bro. I'm all American. Yeah. Before many of my older family members died, they had a lot of stories for me. I mean, I run into a couple things myself.
If I'm going too far with this conversation, my apologies, Kevin.
No, go ahead, bro.
It just needs to be said, Just some things need to be said, right? Like someone once warned me, hey, because
I was actually referring more to Entitled, like okay. I mean, Untitled, not entitled. Sorry, I'm sure people have tried to troll him with that before. Sorry.
You can take a joke. Thankfully.
Yeah, absolutely. He the Untitled's not
with the emoji.
Untitled's not thin skinned. I know that already. Yeah.
But all things considered, like to say, whichever hand even if they shake with your right hand, be wary of what's on the left, what's going on with the left hand,
Yeah, but you also
you can shake your hand with one hand. They shake you and greet you. With the other, they can stab you.
Okay, pardon the cliche stuff, man.
My fault.
Yeah, you're being a little cliche, bro. Thanks for coming up for those sort of support anyway. I wouldn't try to downtrodden too much.
I love the thumbnail though.
What you mean? That this is just the image on the screen. The thumbnail is different. This thumbnail is different, but it was an unintentional. It was unintentional funny, but like I said, I'm not completely against woke, but I am against what woke has become. I am against these old, like I said, I've never had any love for these old doofy ass butthurt white people. Never, ever. So don't think that I'm just like one of these people that are trading over to the other side, because that ain't gonna happen. I may have my opinions about some of the shit that we, put ourselves through as black folks, but yeah. But I'm with the purest form of woke. I'm with that. I'm not with that, overly feminist, overly bussy, overly caring woke. I'm not with that at all. It's hour 38 minutes.
What is woke exactly? Because I've been wondering, what is that?
What is woke? Woke is supposed to be social awareness that for the plight of black people in America, African Americans. That's as far as I'm concerned. Whatever plights go on in other countries, I'm sure y'all have your own histories or whatever. But what I know is the history of blacks in America. So that's our context of woke. Woke has been hijacked over and over again. It's been hijacked by the feminist movement. It's been hijacked by the LGBT movement. it has been, turned into a political thing due to sustained votes, especially amongst the Democratic parties. Is it becomes something that, uh, well, let's just come out and say it: racist whites in America, and racism and white supremacy is worldwide. There's some shit going on in other countries that'll piss me off too, but as far as America is concerned, that gives them something to complain about, and they're showing their true colors. And I don't mind them showing their true colors. I don't even get mad. I just want to know who they are, so I know how to deal with them if the time ever comes. Then the people who get on my fucking nerves, the people who only do it for political gain in disingenuous fashion, their mouths become louder and more fucking annoying. But woke is just woke has become like you see the most potent examples in television and film. Like, they like stuff like, oh, they got to have a female lead just because she's female, not because it makes sense to the story or some shit like that. And they're thunder cunts that everyone likes and everyone's encourages to do the very bestest, and they disrespect men. And then you see a couple soy boys on screen, and it's stuff like that.
Now, Kev, don't be talking about the 2016 Ghostbuster movie like that. I just have to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's gone much further than that since then. They're doing it just to do it. They're saying, well, okay, let's see if we can do like one day they're gonna do this. Let's see if we can do a gay Spider-Man. People are gonna love it just because it's Spider-Man, and we can focus on him and his boyfriend or whatever. Nobody's buying into that. No one is buying into that. Well, yeah, they did it. They did a gay Spider-Man, like as far as a multiversal thing, and they tried to fly. Yeah, they tried to play with it in the more the main continuity, but like people aren't accepting that. Now I don't blame the racist white dudes can be useful idiots and complain about that. Yeah, get that fucking shit out of here. Like, I don't need to see Peter Parker thinking about, maybe dabbling on the other side, because, that's bullshit. Be consistent with these characters. And they always say create your own characters, but when they create a character specifically for that, they try to create some cool superhero, their perception of cool, but, they give the motherfucker pronouns or some shit like that. Oh, my pronouns are they, them, then it becomes all about that, and it just fucks up the character, and you're just a stupid motherfucker for writing that shit.
So it just shows how the lack of creativity among these so-called writers and those who.
But you got or had BlackRock, you had the ESG score. You had the check when they talk about checking off boxes. That's what they mean. They are literally checking off boxes so they can give bonuses for this and bonuses for that. Okay, you got a girl boss chick in the movie, they give a bonus for that. Oh, you got a gay guy in the movie, you got a bonus for that. You got a black guy, you get a bonus for that. If they're black and gay, you get a bonus. Like, for real, it is that insane. It is that insane.
This is why we should be conscious consumers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but you as the individual, you can consume anything you want.
Yeah.
I mean, but you ain't got to force shit on everybody. Like, say for instance, I write a book, and that book sucks, and everybody says it sucks, and I go on this Twitter rant. Well, fuck you then.
What is that?
Yeah. I mean, like, then people probably gonna roast me further. Man, you and your suck ass book can go straight to fucking HE double hockey sticks. Don't write another suck ass book. Like, they'll have every right to say that. That's the point.
Exactly. Everybody's got a right to an opinion. Everybody doesn't have to like you. Unfortunately, some people will try to co-opt it. I mean, I know you're familiar with something called astroturfing, right?
Astroturfing.
Yeah.
Well, let's make clear. AstroTurf to me is sort of like a kind of texture on the football field.
We got that.
Yeah, but enlighten me.
Okay, you know what a grassroots movement is, right?
Yes, I know the grassroots movement is. Yes.
So certain companies will try to create a so-called grassroots movement, which is nothing more than a front. That's astroturfing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
So
sometimes
kind of
when
like
people,
the figurative Trojan horse.
yes, and
You
some will
know,
have
the
something that you
debate and switch.
in certain entities will have some type of astroturf to help influence public opinion on one thing or another. And people are wondering,
Well, that's what they've always done. They've done that throughout the world. Propaganda campaigns.
yeah,
Yeah. You've done that. DEI is a propaganda campaign. Woke is a propaganda campaign. That's basically the problem with the woke perception is propaganda.
and who
It's
said you can't
propaganda.
learn anything from a millennial?
I mean, well, you know,
I am a
keep.
millennial, so yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm not. Look. Let me tell you
I'm just
something.
kidding.
I'm not one of these old niggas that think he know everything, and we've been exposed to old niggas that think they know everything.
Yeah.
You know, I can stand to learn from anybody. I can even learn from a child. Like, you know, like I mean, people are like, oh, you can learn from a child. What you know that child? Man, look, observe the behaviors. Understand why you behave the way you behave when you were a child. You know, you can learn from any source. I'm not saying that the child is teaching you.
No, you
I
learn,
mean,
you observe, you
I
say,
mean, yeah,
why is
but
it
then
that
like,
child understands
but
certain
then
things?
even in the sense of becoming a parent, yes, you learn from a child. You know, you learn what kind of person you actually are by how you take care of that child.
There's a story I gotta tell
So
you about that, if I may.
so you can learn from anybody. I'm never too proud. I do not believe like, you know,
I never said
any
you did,
content
were, but yeah.
can believe that they are the smartest guy in this space.
Mm-hmm,
I'm not gonna say I'm the smartest guy.
mm-hmm.
I will also not say I'm dumb. So, but I'm not gonna sit up here and make claims like, hey, yeah, man, you know, y'all need to be listening to me, dog, you know, and I mean, shit, like, I mean, yeah, I appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in and listening, but you know, you ain't got to do anything I say. Shit, you ain't gonna be blaming me if you fuck up. Oh man, they listening, they misleading these men, they misleading these young men. No, motherfucker, that is totally wrong.
Absolutely false. Like
Like,
what you said about not being afraid to learn from the new things.
yeah,
Let me
absolutely.
give you an example, if I may.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I know this is like a professional wrestling reference here. Two wrestlers who have a good friendship, R-Truth and The Miz.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh no, and The Miz mentioned a story where he was talking with Truth about becoming a father first time. Now Truth has kids already.
Yeah.
And Miz was becoming a father for the first time. He has 2 daughters currently, but he said, "What can I learn from this situation?" He said, and Truth in his own way said, "Get on your hands and knees and start crawling all over the place." What? This is what you're gonna do, dog. I need you to get on your hands and knees and crawl all over the place, sir. Crawl all over the place. You understand what I'm talking about? He did that when he got home, and he realized, oh, basically, I see things from my kids' perspective. So I can see what they could get into, this, that, and the third. So
Yeah.
he understood how to better baby-proof the house.
Yeah. Cause but thank God my kid wasn't the type that would stick forks in the sockets, but I did use the socket plugs. I wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah, the socket covers rather. Yeah, go ahead.
My dad. We had the plastic socket covers. Now, when my youngest sibling was born, this is what my dad did, because he already got the socket covers and everything. Now he's already got 3 other kids, ranging from 9 to 5 at the time, and then he had the youngest, who was just born. So he not only put socket, he not only did put the plug covers and everything. The ones that were like the only electrical outlets that were knee high, that he put the plugs over, and then he would put like some type of electric tape over it. The industrial metallic tape you use with that reflects on the back and such. He taped over that as well, just to make sure that in case the little one tried to pull the electric covers over whatnot. because you know how hard it is to like clip a baby's nails or whatnot. Those things grow fast.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I see what my dad did. So yeah, I can understand, you know, how you guys are glad about that and everything. So we all learn from one another. We build from one another. You teach one, you learn one.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Exchange ideas, and you're like, sometimes we give each other new perspectives, and you're like, you know what? I never thought about that. Good point. Good point. Just like how our truth told the Miz, you know, it's what you do, dog. Get on your hands and knees and start crawling all over the place. You're gonna see
Yeah.
everything from your baby's perspective.
Yeah. Our truth is a national treasure. You know, just for anybody listening.
A great
Yeah,
character
but
artist.
that was WWE WWE reference or World Wrestling Entertainment. You know, I've been watching wrestling ever since I was 3 years old, so I can tell you just about everything that's happened since then. You know, forget a few things here and there, and I pretty much tuned out for like 4 or 5 years, like maybe from 2015 to 2020, and I went and got caught up on a lot of the stuff on the Peacock. So yeah, I'm a fan. But, you know, I've heard more than anyone that wrestling is fake. Oh,
Of course.
did you know? Did you know that it was fake? I discovered it was fake because we used to have a little local regional promotion called Continental Wrestling Federation when I was in Montgomery. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
old
they,
territory days.
yeah. They had the Samoan SWAT team. I think it had Samoan Alpha. I think Alpha is Rikishi's dad, and Rikishi.
No. Alpha, no.
No, Alpha is not Roman Reigns' dad. Sika is
Oh,
Roman
that's
Reigns'
Sika.
dad. Sika's
Alpha.
Roman Reigns' dad. I think Alpha is Rikishi's dad. Rikishi is.
No, he's not.
It's not.
Rikishi, no.
Or is it
Rikishi,
Rikishi's brother?
no, Rikishi's late mother Vera was the late sister of Alpha and Sika. Because remember, Rikishi's last name is Fatu, not Anawai.
Oh yeah. Fatu.
His mother's maiden name is Anawai. So
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
he's an
Yeah.
Anawai
Because
twin.
it's the Fatus and the Anawahi. So okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I should have known that, but you know.
Hey, I got
Yeah.
you, man. I got you.
Yeah. Awesome. Dustin McGill, finger licking, finger fried chicken and watermelon, is disgusting McGillis. What's good? Hit like button. All right. Y'all make sure y'all
what's good,
subscribe.
LAPD SWAT one.
LAPD SWAT says, I saw Ric Flair, Devon Eriks at Texas Stadium. Those chops were real. Yeah. I mean, like most of the moves they try to pull off for show are fake, but those impacts are real. Like a lot of those impacts are real. Like, you know, if they mad with each other or something, they'll go in the ring and they'll call it potatoing. Like they'll hit each other for
Get a
real.
receipt.
Yeah,
When y'all mess up, the response is called a receipt.
Is a
May not be
receipt.
right there. It could be later on. Eventually, you're gonna get that.
Yeah,
receipt,
but
like, oh, you fucked up.
for the most part, they try to protect each other because you know if they can't do their jobs, they don't get paid. So they don't do anything that's gonna like be career ending because if a lot of those moves were real, man, it'd be motherfuckers be getting bones broke, neck broke, all that stuff. And I mean, like when they do mess up, if some mishap happens, they can get messed up like that. Like for real, like
you be costing everybody money that way.
Yeah,
you want to make money with this dude, so you gotta learn how to.
But people like to say that it's silly, you know, it's dudes jumping around in their underwear. It's so fake, but I mean, there is such a realism to it. That shit, if like they used to do that shit 300 days a year, that'll wear your body down.
It took a toll on a lot of people. Remember, like also substance abuse, alcoholism.
I mean, shit, Chris Benoit and them damn flying head butts. His head had the brain of an 85-year-old man.
CTE, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm just playing, brothers. I don't know anyone of any color who don't like chicken. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I went on a watermelon fast last summer. You know, I live across the street from Mexicans, so you know, I was sitting in the garage eating the watermelon, staring at them. Yeah, okay.
Watermelon does the body good. I mean,
Oh yeah. Watermelon is one of the most nutritious, low-calorie foods out there. And the only reason why people think that it's some racist shit is because black folks was making money off watermelon back in the day, but then white folks started doing that little blackface, and they had watermelon in the pictures, and then a lot of black folks got conscious, like, oh my god, if I eat watermelon, the white people, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm the blackface. Ew, I don't just eat watermelon, I eat cantaloupe too. Like, fuck all that, man. Stop letting people control you like that. Psych you out.
Understand how important what watermelon does to your body? I mean, not just keeps you hydrated and everything.
It's a diuretic. It's a diuretic. It's good for your blood. It's good for your heart.
Blood's good for your kidneys.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good for your kidneys. It's good for your digestive system. It cleans you out if you do it fast. Yeah. So I'm just waiting on watermelon to come back in season down here. And then, like, when they're sweet, they're the most delicious thing ever. And then what you can do is you can peel off the peel and grind up the rind and consume that too. Yeah, shit. I mean, it is an awesome thing to consume. Even the seeds, grind up the seeds, consume them too. They have some nutritional value.
Or grow your own watermelon patch while you're at it.
Yeah, which, I mean, you better find the right kind of soil, because they be because because this might be a bit of a conspiracy theory. Take this with a grain of salt, but the reason why they build houses in neighborhoods on landfills is because they don't want you growing food. Like, notice that, like, in a lot of these nice, so-called nice neighborhoods, like, all of the damn ground is clay dirt and shit. They might try to do a layer of real dirt, but it's clay dirt, and it's not appropriate for growing your own food. What they want you to be is dependent on them. I mean, shoot. I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie. I would love to have a farm one day. I never knew that's why that's considered racist. It's kind of fucked up. It really is tasty and healthy. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. I have had baked watermelon seeds. They ain't bad at all. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to try that, baked watermelon seeds. I just grind them up and put them in a smoothie. Okay. Imagine a ripe watermelon with a little honey on it. Oh my God.
Never tried that.
But everybody's afraid of, like, the racist white guys, like the ones that's mad at the Super Bowl halftime show. Oh, you gonna get you some watermelon and chicken? Man, look, yeah, hell yeah, I'll get some watermelon and chicken. You want to come with me? I'm gonna beat your ass afterwards, but let me eat first. But
ain't you care about the bird flu?
Oh man,
that's going on right now.
But like I said, black people, we are don't take this as some pro-wax slow tip shit, but we are a very strong, resilient people. We should be past that point where we care about what other motherfuckers think. Like, shit, if you want to use it's 2025, use that in this context. But anyway, guys, listen up. It's been 2 hours. Do y'all have anything to say? Chaos Reign, name it before I sign off.
Nope.
Chaos Reign, nope. What about you, Naima?
Brother, no, I just want to say thank you for having me up. I'm glad we got to chop it up. Have a few good laughs and everything.
All right, well,
just stay safe out here.
Yeah, don't be a stranger, bro. Don't be a stranger. All right, so in closing, I will say this. There's a problem with the woke perceptions, but don't get caught up in don't get caught up in getting mad because you hear somebody say woke. That something is woke. And it's like, oh my God, man, you're just with the bullshit. No, I'm not with the bullshit. I just want people to, move with common sense. And, when I say people, I'm including myself in that. I will never talk at you guys or talk down to you guys. I just want to quell some of the stupidity that's out there. And no, I don't want our people being used or propped up for anything that, we don't have anything to do with, because all that woke, all that DEI shit right now, that really benefits white people. It really does. And if you want to do stuff to benefit white people, that is your prerogative. Go right ahead and do it. But just be aware of what you're doing. Don't act like that's not what you're doing. All this complaining about DEI, the way that, they prop up black politicians, it is really disappointing, because that is a dead giveaway that they are definitely a part of that system that is trying to deceive us and trying to use word like woke against us to gaslight us and to, make us look bad ultimately, making us look like gullible fools or useful idiots. Even let them be the useful idiots, for the losing side. Because, when it's all said and done, I think the right people will be the ones pointing and laughing. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's quite it is quite funny too, man. Because you have this racist mentality, and then you have this annoying woke mentality. You don't have people, but I'm not gonna say you don't have people who know how to champion the right thing and know how to, advocate for things that are tangible in our community. But we're very few. It's not enough. It's, one want to scream how everything is bad, and then the other side want to scream about, how they're not winning or whatever because of a goddamn musical performance. And it's just some funny shit at the end of the day. So thank you all for joining me. For those of you who are new to this channel, please hit this subscribe button. Also, if you haven't and you're watching, you're part of the replay gang as well. Go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you guys later. Long live the habitual line steppers. Till the next time, peace out.